Hello, my name is Matthew Deutsch, and I'm a professional business plan writer and business consultant. I've been active in the industry for the past 20 years. If you're a startup or an existing business that's either looking to raise capital or are looking for a roadmap in order to develop and expand your operations, I'm more than happy to sit down with you and have an in-depth call to understand exactly what you're looking to do and ways that you can maximize your potential for success. Please feel free to reach me at any time. Thank you for taking a look. Take care. Thank you for looking at the introduction, and now I'm going to show off the business plan itself. And this is a sample plan specific for a in-home care agency that does not render skilled care. If you are looking for a skilled care business plan, we can certainly do that for you as well. This video is just geared towards matters related to non-medical. So very quickly, I'm just going to go through the plan, and I'm going to show you the financial model, just so you understand how we develop these types of business plans. Table of contents here. And certainly, as this would be your business plan, if you added any content on your own, these page numbers would automatically update for you if you want to make any modifications on your own. Right off the bat, this is also just written for a fictitious business plan. All of the work we do is done under a confidentiality agreement, so this was just written as a sample. This is for not any real business. I always start off with the executive summary, which is actually the last thing that's created, just providing an introduction of where the business is, who founded the business. If you're taking a look at other samples on our website, you'll see that my name is usually the one that's listed as the CEO or the owner of the business. Again, just giving an overview here of the services rendered, discussing the caregiving, the financing. For the purposes of this example, I set it as a $100,000 line of credit, which is very common among people looking to start non-medical in-home care agencies. The reason why I selected a line of credit versus a loan is that you're able to draw down on it as needed, rather than taking the full loan up front. For any non-medical care agency, your biggest cost is going to be payroll. And this way you'll have those funds available to you as you onboard staff and obtain clients. Here I just provide a quick overview of the profit and loss statement. Again, this was based on local market analysis, but done so for a fictitious business. Chapter 2 is where I outline the use of funds. Here, just giving an allocation of how things would be drawn down. Third section provides an overview of the services rendered. Chapter 4 is an overview of the organization, what type of corporate structure it is, things like the mission statement and vision statement. Chapter 5 is one of the major components of the business plan, and if you're looking to raise capital from any financial institution, they're going to want to see a very comprehensive market analysis. I always start with the overview of the economy, just how the economy is doing in general, things related to inflation. Most importantly, for a business like non-medical in-home care, these companies aren't really impacted by moderate economic recessions. This is something that's always in demand. From there, I always discuss the industry as a whole, and this encompasses all businesses that are operating in non-medical capacity throughout the United States. Once that's done, an overview of the customer profile and the target market. One of the things I did not include, just because this is a sample, is that we always do a full spectrum demographic analysis as well. For any non-medical in-home care business, for any market, we would estimate the number of people that are over the age of 65, as well as the, based on national and regional statistics, the number of people that may have intellectual or developmental disabilities that would require non-medical in-home care on an ongoing basis. The same deal with the competition. Because this was written as a sample, I just kept this as one paragraph. If this was done for a client engagement, this would be very encompassing of all potential competitors within your area. Chapter 6 deals with the key strategic issues related to the operations of the business and the ways you'll grow the company. Chapter 7 is the marketing plan, which always provides the revenue and revenue assumptions first, and then spans into the strategies that are used to develop operations. Chapter 8 is an overview of the personnel. This is done on a customized basis for each one of our clients. Usually, if it's sort of to be determined, I'll always discuss having an intake coordinator with in-home care aides, as well as an administrative director. Depending on the scope and scale of the business, this can change. And then, of course, is the financial plan, which is done on a 5-year basis, starting off with the profit and loss statement, outlining the revenues in each of the year, the expenses in each year. From there is the common size income statement, and this is an overview of the percentage of how each dollar is spent and what is ultimately the net profit of the business. Then, of course, the cash flow analysis, which outlines asset purchases and dividends, as well as the operating cash inflow. Balance sheet, which again done on a 5-year basis. Break-even analysis, and business ratios. And then from there, we do a SWOT analysis, which overviews the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Risk analysis, for a non-medical in-home care business, it's pretty low. Reference sources. And then for the first year, we break down the profit and loss statement monthly, and then it's quarterly for year 2 and quarterly for year 3, 4, and 5. And I'll just scroll this very quickly. I don't want to give you a headache. Same for the cash flow analysis. There we go. Just make life a little simple there. But again, monthly for the first year, quarterly for each other year. And here's the financial model I use to develop any business plan. This one is completely specific for this non-medical in-home care business. And again, the tables and charts that you saw in the business plan are all created here. On this tab, I showcase the investment that's being made and the capital being sought, how those funds will be used. From there, the calculation tables expand into the headcount and payroll. I'm able to control for the first year monthly and quarterly for years 2 through 5. If you ultimately do work with us and your bank does request a month-to-month breakdown over the first 5 years, I have a separate financial model that can accommodate it. It's rare, but some lenders are a little bit more stringent, especially if it's a startup, in which case I can do this on a monthly basis as well. From there, this is the output table with the yearly payroll. Yearly sales overview, which is calculated in another tab, but I'm just trying to keep this as straightforward for the view. And then, of course, the profit and loss statement is shown, the common size income statement. These things are calculated automatically. Profit and loss, pro forma valuation, and return on investment tables. In the event that you're looking to raise capital from a private investor rather than a bank, this table would be shown in the business plan, and it's always in there just in case. Sensitivity analysis. What if the business does 20 or 10% or 20% better, or 10% or 20% less than anticipated? What does the business look like from there? Here are those expanded profit and loss tables you saw at the back of the plan. Of course, the cash flow analysis, which is central to any pro forma financial model. Those expanded the expanded cash flow analysis you saw at the end of the plan. Balance sheet, break-even analysis, business ratios. And then in instances where someone is seeking debt capital, as was indicated in the plan, a full loan amortization table showcasing the use of funds. And as you expand, we also have several other loan amortization tables. So if you work with us and start the business and ultimately you need another expansion loan in the future, this has been built entirely for scalability so that we can accommodate future rounds of capital as you grow your business. And that's essentially it. Again, our work is very heavily market research driven. All the assumptions are fully backed by the industry and market analysis that we do specific for your area. And if you are in need of a business plan specifically for a non-medical in-home care agency or even a skilled care agency, please feel free to reach us at any time. You'd be working directly with me the entire time. We are a very small business. And thank you very much for taking a look. Take care.